Helen, thank you for joining us on TVC Midday News. We're still tracking development from the just concluded Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has officially begun rescheduling examinations for nearly 380,000 affected candidates. Now, this comes after the board's registrar, Prof Ishaq Oloyede, addressed the media in Abuja on Wednesday, acknowledging that there were some hitches in the earlier examinations. He said errors impacted more than 200,000 candidates across 65 centers in Lagos State alone. And in the southeast region, specifically across 92 centers in the Owerri zone, another 173,387 candidates were affected. Fast forward to Thursday morning, the rescheduled UTME kicked off at one of the biggest CBT centers in Lagos, which is the WAEC office in Owerri. It was an early start. Students showed up as early as 6 a.m., determined to take their examinations without further delays. And it was not just the students. Some parents were also spotted sitting on the floor outside the center, waiting patiently as their children went in. JAM says it is working to ensure a smoother experience for everyone this time around. For more updates on this developing report, I have joining me senior reporter Ayomide Ajigbe, who joins me to give an update on the ongoing examination. Ayo, talk to us about the process this time around. How would you assess the conduct of the examination?
All right, thank you very much, Olamide. The mood here is some sort of 50-50 from different sides. Of course, you said earlier that this exam, a lot of people came here as early as 6 a.m. But if you check behind me, the crowd are mounting because some people are scheduled to go in for the exams. It's been held in batches. When I spoke to some of the parents here, some of them had mixed feelings because it's just like throwing a dice. You can throw a 6 or throw a 2. So some people who got higher marks in the first exams and are told to reschedule, they are not happy with that. Some people who had the lower mark are happy that, okay, they had an opportunity to go again. Now, one of the things we saw is that a lot of people here got the information quite late. They got information 24 hours to the exam, and they said they do not have an ample time to prepare, which to some of them, they feel like they should have been given enough time. But so far, so good. The examination has been going on in batches. A lot of students have gone in and come out, and the mood is this way, that way.
Right. Some of the concerns raised at the last examination was perhaps the timing for some of their papers, and also the distance for some of the candidates, and some materials to also use during the examinations. Do we still have those issues currently?
All right. So earlier we were supposed to go in and check at those CBT centers, but they didn't give us access. But what we gathered, even around, because we were at Yaya Baton, and also here at Ogba, we discovered that the glitches maybe are not there this time. I think some of the systems are working well, because when we interviewed some of the students, they said everything is okay. But the distance that students had to cover is a serious concern. Some people came as far as Badagry to come and write exams here. And some of them who had been on the road as early as 4 a.m. to come here, it's emotionally, physically, mentally draining for them. So we are hoping that at the end of the exercise, it will be a better result for all of them. That is all they can pray and wish for at this time.
Right, and this is me trying to, get your own opinion for someone who has, taking a look at the process, assess the situation there. How optimistic or how confident do you think people are in the process this time around?
If I'm to be honest, the process is the process. And of course, the nobody expects to write exam twice.
Right.
Nobody wants to go through this rescheduled process. But speaking to parents, speaking to students, you could see it on their faces. They just don't have a choice than to rewrite this exam. But most of them are not really optimistic because they feel, in fact, one student said he got 170 in the first exam, and if he gets less than that right now, there will be problems. I don't know what he meant by that. But 170 is not even a normal pass mark. You're supposed to have at least 200 and above.
Right. But
he says that if he gets below 170, then he has failed. So what's the point? While someone who got a 207 in the first exam is skeptical that he's not sure he can prove beyond reasonable doubt that he can get up to 200 again. So it's different stroke for different folks around here.
Ayo, we'll just wait out to see the outcome of this. I mean, all eyes are on this examination, saying that JAMB has come out to, admit fault and also, rectify the situation. But thank you for talking to us. We'll be back with you for more updates. That's senior reporter Ayomide Ajegbe, live for us in Lagos.